Well, the new world economy that China now joined had enormous ambitions and also serious weaknesses. The socialist world had several built-in disadvantages. First, it consisted primarily of the less affluent and more wartime damaged countries of Eurasia. The economic division of the world between capitalist and socialist countries disrupted previous patterns of trade for all of them with more advanced Western economies. The political economy of Stalinism, which emphasized absolute party control and centralized economic planning in a national setting, this above all meant that socialist economic cooperation began, and for the most part remained, set in a series of bilateral country-to-country agreements without an integrated multinational vision of the bloc as an economic whole. Only with Stalin's death in 1953 would there be efforts to promote any kind of specialization and trade within the bloc. Also, as the economic reorientation of the late 1940s diminished trade with the capitalist countries and redirected it to socialist comrades, the international divisions of labor achieved in pre-war markets could not easily be replicated in socialist ones. Indeed, with every single socialist country operating 5-year plans, with each plan cast in exactly the same pattern, there were new disincentives to trade one with another. Every member emphasized, as Stalin had, heavy industry at the expense of agriculture, for this was the original bias of the Soviet model. And every country emphasized, as Stalin had, autarky or self-sufficiency. Hence the building of huge iron and steel complexes in East Germany, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Bulgaria, Romania, not to mention the Soviet Union and China. This enormous expansion of steel, that, after all, is what Stalin's name is, that was his nom de guerre. This great expansion of steel and munitions production in the socialist bloc may have made strategic sense at the onset of the Korean War in 1950, when Cold War tensions were at their highest. But it also drove home the point that the fundamental basis of international socialist economic cooperation was actually not economic, but first and last political.